Hostess students went to states. We have the results.
Rex shows us how poverty played a role in the water crisis.
Show your support for victims of sexual assault. DTV News starts right now.
Hostess students went to state championships. Good afternoon, Davison.
3 students got top 3 in their respective competitions last weekend in Traverse City. Quinn McCaughlin was the runner-up for medical math. Megan Matt was the runner-up for dental science.
Sydney Hall won first place in veterinary science, letting her move to nationals in Houston, Texas. Well done to all who competed, and good luck in nationals.
Blue Day, also known as Denim Day, is tomorrow. Denim Day was made to support sexual assault victims and the fight against victim blaming. So make sure to wear blue or denim to support the fight against sexual assault.
Earth Week is this week. Participate in Spirit Days to show your love of our planet. Today is Tree Hugger Tuesday, which is the day to wear hippie clothes. Again, tomorrow is Water Wednesday, so bring your reusable water bottle. Thrifted Thursday is the day to show off your thrifted swag. And finally, Friday is Animal Print Day. Have fun with your awesome outfits.
Your last day to check out library books will be April 26th. You will no longer be able to take any books from the high school library after this day, so make sure to get all your reading in before this Friday.
The DHS Career Readiness Expo will be this Thursday. If you are not sure what you want to do after high school or are looking for more options, here's your chance. Students will be released by grades throughout their 2nd, 3rd, and 5th hours this Thursday. Once you are called, you will report to the gym. Make sure to explore your options and have fun. Key Club is still trying to take a crunch out of hunger by donating cereal boxes. The club will be collecting cereal boxes in front of the main office every morning until April 26th. That is this Friday. So make sure to get your cereal boxes in. All boxes donated will be going into Davison United Methodist Church Food Distribution Center.
The National Technical Honor Society will be having a meeting this Friday, the 26th, from 2:30 to 3:30 in the Media Center. Candidates must be a secondary or post-secondary student participating in a CTE pathway, program, major, or coursework. You must have a 3.0 unweighted GPA. There's a form in the Career Center. Make sure to show up. The girls' tennis team played last night, and we have the results.
And in weather, Chris has your midweek forecast.
Environmental Club on the beat. P-Rug!
Worms aren't whack. Compost isn't crazy. That garbage is grub. Take it from P-Rug. In the cafeteria at lunch, dump your fruits and veggies.
Don't throw your fruits and veggies away. Put them in the compost every day.
Oh.
Dump them, veggies. Dump them, veggies.
P-Rug out.
Good afternoon, Davison. Let's get right into sports. The Davison baseball team had a rocky season with only 3 wins so far. The baseball team went head-to-head against Midland, who is a tough team and has a record of 10-5, with their first game ending in a 10-5 loss and their second game with a 9-0 loss. Their next game is this Thursday at 4 against Bay City Central. So good luck, boys. The girls' tennis team faced off against Bay City Western last night, and it ended with a final score of 6-1 for the first set and 6-0 for the second. So the Lady Cards took home the W. While tennis took a dub, some of the other Davison teams unfortunately didn't. The girls' lacrosse team took on Lake Orion last night in Dragons territory, and the Cards played hard until the last minute and walked out of Lake Orion with a tough 2-17 loss against the Dragons. And after this loss, they moved on to 3-3-1 this season. The girls' soccer squad also faced off last night against a solid 5. It's a solid 5-1 and one Midland team. The girls couldn't keep up their win streak and took a tough 3-1 loss against the Chargers. The girls are now 4-2 this season and will play later tomorrow. Let's take a look at this week's upcoming games. Tonight at 4, the girls tennis team will be facing Saginaw Heritage here in Cardinal territory. Then at 5:30, the girls lacrosse team will be also facing off against Saginaw Heritage here at the school. Then the boys lacrosse team will be playing Bay City John Glenn at 7. And tomorrow, the boys golf team will be heading to Curie at a Midland invite. And at 6:45, the girls soccer team will be up against Lapeer at Lapeer High School. Good luck to everybody competing. Hey Chris, how are we looking for this Earth Week?
Well, Dresden, cold, rainy. Matter of fact, we actually had a little bit of drizzle this morning on our way into school. But it did clear out, but the clouds did not. Today we're going to have cloudy skies, high of 63, a low of 35. Moving into tomorrow, we're going to have those clouds remain in the morning, but they will dissipate from 10 to around 1 in the afternoon, high of 44 and a low of 26. A bit of a cool down that day as well. Moving on to Thursday, high of 57, low of 34. No clouds in the sky on Thursday. Nice and sunny out. And finally, on Friday, partly cloudy skies with a high of 66 and a low of 54. Clouds are going to form from 9 a.m. and they're going to completely cover full overcast at 6 p.m. Now, if we take a look at our radar, see the remnants of this morning's drizzle. It's all getting pushed all along just to the east by a big old cold front. That's going to push by tonight, and it's going to make it stupid cold tomorrow. But for the most part, we're going to be in the clear until this weekend as far as precipitation goes. Now, if we take a look outside at our weather cam, it is very overcast right now. You can see this anemometer is just spinning away out there. Current conditions outside, courtesy of our weather stem. 60 degrees outside, 52% humidity. Winds are west-southwest at 19 miles per hour, gusting all the way up to 30. Not quite gale force, but it's pretty close. So be wary of that wind on your drive home today. And I'll go ahead and send things back to Lee and Trent on the desk with more information about our new special Undrinkable 3.
The Flint people have been fighting for years for water, but there's another problem that has plagued the city: poverty.
Poverty is a cause and effect of this crisis, and Rex Poff has a look at its role through it all.
There must not have been any value placed on the people who were being impacted. I don't think that what happened in the city of Flint would have happened in a community that didn't have a high concentration of poverty and that was not predominantly African American.
Money. Many people in Flint don't have enough money. Flint was the poorest city in Michigan the year the crisis started, 40.1%. That's how many people fell below the poverty line. It was such a huge problem that the state attempted to mend the once prosperous city. To aid Flint, Governor Snyder assigned an emergency manager. Their job is to take over the city's governing body during a crisis in an attempt to fix the city's problems, taking power away from the elected officials chosen by the people.
The emergency manager made the decision to switch the water source because it was a cost savings measure. Their role in the city of Flint was strictly to cut costs, to balance the budget, balance the books, correct the financial issues.
On April 25th, 10 years ago, the state emergency manager switched the water to the Flint River in a desperate attempt to cut costs, which eventually led to the crisis we know today. Pastor Overton from Christ Fellowship Missionary Baptist Church in Flint has seen how the water crisis magnified poverty in the city.
The number, just look at the residents in this community. The numbers are down. There's more people walking the streets now. You just see poverty everywhere. You see abandoned homes, abandoned buildings. The infrastructure is just not what it used to be. And because of that, the residents have moved out of Flint.
Flint has lost over 20,000 residents since the start of the crisis. While some left Flint, others couldn't. When the crisis struck, housing prices dropped roughly 27 to 38%. So many people couldn't sell their homes even if they wanted to leave. They were essentially stuck in a city that was broke with bad water. Poverty was not only the origin of the crisis, but it's also one of the main reasons it still isn't fixed.
our Flint families are struggling. It is very hard for them to make ends meet. When I am holding that Flint baby in my hand, I struggle because there's something that I cannot prescribe to make them as healthy as possible. I cannot prescribe an antidote to poverty. Our Flint is the poorest city in our state. It's one of the poorest cities in the country. When kids are born into and grow up in poverty, it impacts them forever. It's like a poison. It's like a virus that makes it really hard for them to grow up to be healthy and successful. It actually impacts their brain development, impacts how much food they have, and the stability of their housing and their family structure. Poverty is the root cause of so much of what ails us.
Like a virus, poverty has infected many people in Flint both physically and mentally, and they are losing hope in their city.
People lose hope when you don't have the basic necessities of life. This community has lost a great deal of hope. If we can get economics rolling in this community and jobs where people can go to work and feel good about their jobs, feel good about going to work anymore and making an honest 40-hour a week living, people will start feeling better about themselves. It's sad, but we have to continue to have hope. Hope can transform into something special.
That was Rex Poff reporting, and he joins us on the desk now to tell us about his experiences producing the story. So Rex, what was it like to go out into the field and create a story like this?
Creating the story was a lot of ups and downs. It was fun for the experience, but it was also kind of a sadder time when I had to ask those harder questions and try to rediscover the story of Flint and its poverty throughout the last 10 years.
You explain in your story the poverty in Flint and how it affects the people. Could you explain the poverty a little bit further?
Well, Flint poverty was the origin of the crisis. They implemented an emergency manager, and the emergency manager, in order to save some money for Flint, switched the water source to the Flint River instead of buying from Detroit. That caused them to that caused the origin of the crisis, and it's another reason why it still isn't being completely fixed even after a decade of time.
Thank you, Rex. You can watch the full special Undrinkable 3 Resilience now.
There are also links to resources and other web extras on our website, dtvnews.org. You'll find a tab for our homepage for the special. Have a good rest of your day, Davidson.